叫做一场没有终点的梦，又能怎样？硝烟从未散场，又怎样？纵然百孔千疮，只能够战胜残酷，只能去圈住迷途。他要走的每一步，不犹豫，不彷徨。这夜的星光长什么模样？用善良捍卫原则立场。多滚烫，燃烧着理想，能调御锋芒。别沮丧，那些失望梦想，都终将绽放，终将绽放。
So you'll get wrong to revoke?
And you'll talk to Luo Qi to revoke?
It's a deal.
Hey, then what about the money?
If you reviewed the agreement, then you should have read the NDA too.
I read it. But I'm strongly opposed to you paying the money. That's not a good solution. Moreover, it goes against my principle.
Luo Qi's not an outsider. She's my sister. We have a deep bond.
That's not enough.
Look at it like this. If Luo Qi asked me for some financial assistance,
I wouldn't agree with the solution. Even siblings have to settle accounts. All family members will have to take responsibility.
No, but if you want Luo Qi to come up with the money, that's not practical. She just doesn't have it.
Did I say she'd be the one to pay it?
What I was thinking is...
I've already talked to Rong.
She says she doesn't want the money.
That's not fair to her. I think she sees the money as an investment.
what kind?
If in the future they would decide to sell the house, then the appreciation value should be split evenly.
And if they don't sell it and keep living there?
If they don't sell it, then it can be considered child support from Rongrong and Jiyu for An. Then when An grows up, she'll be obligated to care for her father and stepmother. Any problem with that?
No, there isn't.
I don't have a problem with it.
I'll go print the new contract. You each take care of your own parts.
Thank you for doing this.
Don't mention it.
You should go home now, okay?
And why would I do that?
Because your father just passed away.
Well, I want to turn my grief into strength.
If you need me for anything, you can just...
I will let you know.
Then what about the funeral?
My dad never wanted to be bothered.
Excuse me. I'm sorry for troubling you, but this is really urgent. Chang Sheng wants me to sign that right away, so I called Dai Xi hoping that you could take a look at it.
Tell me, who drafted this agreement?
It was that, legal consultant. He's from upstairs. His name is My Fei.
It looks like there's a prenup clause written here.
Oh, right. Chang Sheng decided to add that to protect me. He told me that if we ever got a divorce and it was because of him, then I would get everything. And he would get nothing.
This is an invalid clause.
What? Why is that?
Dai Xi, please explain why.
In China's marriage law, it states all citizens have the freedom to marry, they have the right to marry, and the right to get divorced.
Yes, I get that. But then what does this matter have to do with somebody's freedom?
It's because you took away his freedom to divorce.
No, of course I didn't. All of this was his idea, so that if he went against our agreement, then he would get nothing.
Using an agreement to ask your spouse to give up all his assets to you would be a limitation on his right to divorce.
But one of my friends recently got a divorce and she got everything.
Then her ex-husband must have agreed to that. But if it turns out the agreement is invalid, and if it is then sent to the courts, then this clause absolutely won't have any validity in the ruling.
So what do I do?
I recommend that you use a different method. For example, you can sign perhaps a loyalty clause.
Wait, is there really a difference?
Of course there's a difference. The marriage law requires that spouses are loyal and respectful of each other. If we sign a loyalty agreement, then that agreement will be in accordance with the marriage law, as it will be on the foundation of a husband and wife's relationship that is based on trust, and will thus be punishable by law.
Oh, so what you're saying is, if we sign a loyalty agreement, then that means that everything is done voluntarily. But if it's written as part of the prenuptial agreement, then that means I'm taking away his freedom to get a divorce from me, right?
Yes, that's pretty close.
Then, will you be able to revise this for me?
Our fee for revising an agreement is 20,000 yuan.
That much?
You didn't have an appointment, and then you walked in after hours, hoping we can give it to you the next day. This fee isn't that high.
But the contract that was drawn by Chang Sheng's lawyer only cost me 3,000 yuan. Why would it cost me 20,000 with you?
If you end up signing such an agreement, you might end up losing much more than that.
Well, I guess I'll have to think about it.
Sure.
I'm sorry. I'll take this home and study it some more. I'm sorry for bothering
fine.
you.
Don't
I've
worry.
taken up too much of your time. I'll call you if I need you.
Sure.
Thank you for your time. I'll just see myself out. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
I have a feeling that she'll go home and write a loyalty agreement because of what you said, and save herself 20,000 yuan.
Then that's a win-win.
How is that a win for us?
We save time.
Time?
What does a lawyer provide?
Services. And the benefit that it creates.
It's time.
I don't really know why it takes the elevator so
Here
long.
it is. Hungry right now. Sorry, it's full. It's full.
Then this one.
Please take the next one.
To be late.
What are we gonna do? This is full again. I've been waiting here for 5 minutes. I'm getting pretty hungry,
Do you have any ideas what we should do?
Oh, hey,
Like maybe
how
take
are
the
you?
stairs
got
or
anything
something?
to take the stairs? All right,
Let's try another
come on.
one.
The menu?
Oh, thank you. This place is so expensive.
It's on me.
Then you order for me. I'm not good at it.
We'll take a 2-course meal good for 2 people.
All right.
The thing is, I just wanted to thank you. Because if you hadn't talked me out of suing Wang Weiju, Chang Sheng and I wouldn't be together.
I was just doing my job. Luo Bing had me persuade you.
And I also remember that you told me to think hard about what I wanted. And if what I really wanted to do was to sue Wang Weiju.
I remember. I also asked you another question. Many years from now, will you regret anything about what you've done today?
I don't remember you asking me that.
You remember only what you want to remember.
But everyone is like that, aren't you?
Well, I'm not. I have a great memory. I remember everything.
Well, after you left that day, I thought long and hard. And I realized that I was no longer interested in suing Wang Weiju, and that I'd rather marry Chang Sheng. So I don't care what Wang Weiju thinks about me now. What I care about is what Chang Sheng thinks. I wanted to sue Wang Weiju because I wanted Chang Sheng to show me how he felt. I decided that I needed to talk with him, and I told him everything I was thinking. And then he told me that he would show the entire world how he felt about me.
So you made a kind of exchange.
No, it wasn't an exchange.
Huh?
It was love.
Oh, right. It's love.
Chang Sheng is a trustworthy person, and so am I. So after the case was over, he proposed to me.
Oh, wow! Congratulations!
I've been meaning to treat you out to dinner, but as I'm sure you know, there's just so much to do to prepare for a wedding. And today, before I got off of work, I received a document. Chang Sheng told me it's an agreement their board of directors wanted me to sign. Actually, I think that being a boss isn't easy. For regular people like us, the consent of our parents is all we need, but he needs the whole board. I know that when I came to see you today, I didn't give you any notice. I think Luo Bing is a great lawyer and that he's a busy man. But then this matter is quite urgent.
So are you worried that Chang Sheng will change his mind?
Well, no, not really. The thing is... Actually, I don't think he can wait.
Oh, nice! Congratulations!
Thank you. The thing is, I'm well aware that majority of the work for the lawyers is done by assistants like you.
Oh no, you're wrong there. We really just help them out.
But you know that that's all I really need. Oh, and the truth is I don't really care about the 20,000 yuan. I just think that this case is much too small for a lawyer like Luo Bing. It would be a waste of his time.
So, you're saying that you want me to be the one to take it instead?
Or I can make the changes, and after I make the revisions, you can review it.
Okay, then you revise it and I'll take a look.
Well, then why don't we do it now?
Right now?
Yes, you can tell me what to write, okay?
Well,
Well, you see, I want you to know that you are invited to my wedding because I owe you so much. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be getting married. And, you know, the wedding is a few days from now on my birthday.
That's 7 days from now.
How did you know that?
Oh, because you have your date of birth written down in the agreement, remember?
But why would you even remember that?
I told you I have a good memory. 1 second. look at this.
What is this?
This is the first page of the menu we just looked at. All the dishes and their prices. You can check it.
Wait, are you a robot? Your memory is unbelievable. It's amazing. I really admire you because I have a terrible memory.
That can be a good thing sometimes. You can forget all the bad stuff that happens to you.
Well, that's a good point. Sometimes, I get angry and then I forget all about it. My mother says that I'm really careless and that I'm susceptible to being cheated. So if I have any questions, I'll just ask you. Is that all right?
If you really want my advice, actually, I think that you shouldn't be in such a hurry to sign that agreement.
Oh. If I hadn't come to you today, you would have been able to leave work on time. Am I right?
Oh.
Right? I guessed right, didn't I?
No, what I meant was the two of you should both sit down and discuss such an agreement before signing any document.
That isn't necessary. Changsheng mentioned that no matter what I change, he would sign it. So let's change it whenever you're ready.
Excuse me, here you are.
Oh,
Thank you.
all right then. Let's eat first and then let's revise it.
Enjoy your meal.
Thank you. Okay,
No,
let's eat.
it's fine. I'll fix it for you first. Oh, do you have a soft copy? It would be much faster that way.
Oh, yes, I do. I'll send it to you. Just a minute.
Mom, I'm begging you.
I think Hasai drinks this.
Come on now.
Yes, he does.
I think Gao Feng is drinking some kind of weight loss tea. What is that you're drinking?
I have a feeling he wants to look just like
Exactly like Hasai.
drinking weight loss tea. You're so thin, you don't need to
Tea
drink
for a
that.
slimmer you.
Get me out of this. Pretend they're calling a meeting right now. Come on.
Come on, Jungmeng, the meeting's already starting!
Hey, Mom, I'm sorry. They're calling me in now. We have a meeting. I'll have to talk to you later, okay?
What was that about?
My mom.
Oh.
She keeps calling me, asking me to do free legal work for all of her friends.
My mom does that too. She says that it's very important to get a lawyer that you know.
Really? What happens if there's no lawyer in the family?
Then get someone to refer you a good one.
You know what? It's a good thing we're lawyers. My uncle, he's a doctor. All the neighbors come to him when they have a headache or a cold or whatever. It never ends for him,
Yeah, that's true. We really shouldn't be complaining. None of us, including Luo Bing and Hasai, are exempt from this. Because if a family member sues, we have to accept and can't ask to be paid. No matter what kind of case it is, we have to do
Hello?
it.
Mr. He!
It looks like you guys have a lot of time on your hands. Hey. You, and you. What are you working on?
Oh, I'm working on a health supplement company case. Want some?
Oh, no thanks. Tell me the details.
Well...
Well, what? It's confidential? Luo Bin told you not to tell me. Or do you have to ask him first before you can tell me?
No, it's not that at all. It's just that Luo Bin hasn't given me permission to take the case yet.
And why not?
It might have to do with Longka.
How so?
Well, because the company is Longka's client.
Why should that matter? Take it. And if he won't let you, then I will.
Mr. He...
You're welcome.
Why did you do that?
Listen, I swear to you, I really did not do that on purpose.
Does Hasai know you're getting promoted?
No, not yet.
How do you know he doesn't know?
I can tell.
Then don't you think that he should at least be told before they announce it?
It's too soon after his father's passing. I want to give him some time.
Are you guys debating?
No, it's nothing.
I've got a call.
What is it?
You're hiding something.
Nothing. I'm not.
Then why did Lee not leave as soon as I got here?
She's working. Didn't you hear her phone ring?
All right. So why won't you let Dai Xi take the supplements case?
I think with these kinds of cases, we have to be cautious. They might start accusing us of destroying their reputation. We don't want that.
If you're concerned, I can help her with this case.
Hasai. I really don't think that we should make a big deal out of this case.
You mean you don't want to provoke them?
I'm sorry to interrupt. I have to go back home. My building management and the Strata Committee are fighting. I head the Strata Committee.
Why are they fighting?
Management is selling parking spots.
I'll go with you.
Me too.
No, don't. It's not a brawl. Just stay here.
Dai Xi, there's something that I want to tell you, okay? Well,
What is it?
I might be able to help you with that supplements case. You see, I have a good friend who's a doctor. She told me that these supplements are a ripoff.
Then you can take me to go see this friend of yours?
Of course I can. But then, can you allow me to do this case with you?
I wouldn't mind that. It's just...
Obviously, you don't know me that well. I love these kinds of cases. I do it for free.
That isn't it, Gaofeng. I mean, even I can't say how this case will end.
If you knew how a case would end, then why would you do it at all?
Hesai wants to see you.
Me?
Yeah, he wants you to bring him the case of supplements.
Thank you.
I talked to Luo Bing. He agreed that I take on this case. How far are you with this?
Well, I first heard about this case from Mai Fei. Later on, we found lots of other people who had fallen for the same trick. Oh, right. In the boardroom...
Good afternoon. Listen, please.
Why are you doing
There's
this
no
to
need
us?
to worry. We will get everything settled by today.
Well, then how exactly are you going
We
to
have
do
hired a
that?
top lawyer from Beijing who is here to help us. Allow me to introduce her to you. Let us welcome Zhu.
Xiaohao. That's right.
Ms. Zhu Xiaohao. Please explain.
Everyone, please settle down and allow me to explain things to you. Let's make it clear. The land use rights of Huajing community are owned by Huajing Incorporated. Huajing Incorporated is the land user. As per property law line 142, the building plans of the community and its parking spaces both belong to Huajing Incorporated.
What? That's not fair. That doesn't sound
Please calm down. And please do not yell. We will let the law settle this.
You have to explain
What I
what's
don't
happening.
understand here is, why would you have the homeowners buy parking spaces, or else they're not allowed to park here?
That's because, according to property management law, after the construction unit obtains ownership of parking spaces, it then has the right to sell these parking spaces.
Yes, that's right. This is all according to the law.
Then please tell me, have you obtained the ownership of the spaces yet?
Let me answer that one. When we built the community, it passed inspections, and the amount of green spaces you now enjoy is much bigger than the required area. You are getting a great deal.
That was never
talking about?
I didn't agree to that.
The community passing inspection standards is your duty as the developer. And also, as for the issue of the area of green space, being larger has nothing to do with the issue of parking spaces.
Don't forget that when we built this complex, we had paid a transfer fee. And this land here, all of it is ours, all right?
You mean you paid a land transfer fee and became the landowners? But then, as you sold the units, the ownership would be transferred to the homeowners. Therefore, a portion of the land should belong to the people, the homeowners.
Excuse me, are you a homeowner?
No, I'm not.
If you don't live here, then what are you doing here? This is between homeowners and management. Security.
He is a lawyer I hired. He will be representing the committee.
That's right. Miss Lena hired me as the lawyer for the committee.
Oh, I see. Never mind, it's fine.
As I understand it, these parking spaces can't be registered, so you can't sell them.
Yeah, you lied to us.
You are trying to cheat us.
You know, if we can't settle this today, then we'll have to file a litigation.
We're both lawyers, so you should know this. If we litigate, aside from wasting a lot of money, Your client will not be obtaining any benefit from this, nothing whatsoever.
But we do have a right to litigate.
Sure. But I think it's important to remind you, as well as remind your client, that this kind of litigation is a waste of judicial resource.
That's right. That's right.
That's true. There you see. It's impossible. If a lawyer can do
listen to
anything
him.
to
He
clear
knows what
things
he's
here,
talking
then it's
about.
going to be hopeless in court.
Yeah, that's true.
Here it is. I've brought the relations form that you asked us to fill out for you.
Thank you.
Aren't you going to look at it, or are you waiting until I leave before you do?
Well, I already talked to HR. I've decided. I'm not going to collect these.
Let me take it then.
Hold on.
The day that my mother died, I wasn't there. I don't think she understood me. She had always liked my sister more than she did me. Later, when I went back for the funeral, when people saw me, they told me how much I looked like my mother. They said that when she was alive, she always praised me, including things that I thought were right, but she didn't think so. I remember how we would get into a lot of intense arguments, but in her heart, she approved of it and even respected it.
There, over there.
Duty room.
Dr. Ding, this is my colleague, Dai Xi.
Hi, doctor. I'm sorry to disturb you.
It's okay. Finally, someone is speaking up about this. Many of my patients' families have complained about it. They've been scammed of their money, and it doesn't work. Come take a look at this. These are all from my patients. Look at this.
Here are your 2 coffees.
Thank you. Lena, for you.
How did you know I like this kind of coffee?
I'm pretty good at reading people's minds.
Why don't you guess what I'm thinking right now?
I don't know.
I thought you could read minds.
I've gone through several DVD players. I've heard that you should get one with error correction, otherwise it might not read the disc and fail.
You mean I'm piratic?
I just think I need to improve my own correction skills.
Do you remember you promised me that if you ever became director,
That I would give you a promotion, sure.
then the management committee...
Impossible. Don't forget, you're not even a lawyer.
How can one be on it then? You don't have to be a lawyer.
That's the rule we have at Chunjing.
You can break the rules.
I have to take this.
Hello. You two arrived together?
We bumped into each other.
Oh, how nice. You both like that kind of coffee.
We have lots in common.
That's why you can arrive at the same time.
What do you mean?
My secretary's always here a half hour before me.
I'm usually early too.
I guess today's an exception then.
Today is National Tardiness Day. Everyone can be late. May I have your name, please?
Young Fan.
One moment, let me check.
Excuse me, are you looking for Luo Bing? This way? What do you think? Do you like it?
I have a request.
Sure.
I'll just be a member of the lawyers team and not an executive. And I will only report to you. Do you think that's too much or too little?
Well, first tell me, why an elite lawyer such as you, who I know has been all over the Asia-Pacific region for 5 years, be willing to come home only to serve as a regular lawyer?
To save myself stress.
I'll talk to the other executives then.
You can just inform them that a client wishes it.
A client? Is this a new one?
Yes.
And where is he?
After you agree to my request.
I already have.
Hello? Okay. Call me when you arrive. Your new client will be here soon.
I know you had originally asked for a leave of 1 to 2 years, but you still came back. So I thank you. Thank you for helping me out.
Don't say that. You've helped me too.
In that case, you're here to repay me?
If Young Fan's so great, why is she willing to work as a simple lawyer for our firm?
Everyone's different. She doesn't like answering to others or to manage anyone else.
So I guess she's like a lone wolf?
A lot of firms want to hire her.
But she turned them all down. Because she only wants to work for someone she respects.
Bingo.
This way. Mr. Luo, this is our new client.
Mr. Luo.
You know him?
Who doesn't know Mr. Luo? He has 3 degrees, and these are all from the best law schools around the world. LLB, Masters, PhD. Also, he acts as a legal consultant for many international companies. He's won several accolades from publications throughout Asia. He's currently the head lawyer and executive member of Chun Law Firm.
It looks like you're very thorough and you've been doing your homework. Please
Well,
sit.
just a bit. Let me introduce myself. My surname is Yu, as in me and you.
Please sit. Mr. Yu, I hope you understand that the parking spots in your community cannot be sold.
But we have just so many cars, you know. They can't just park wherever they want. We need someone to manage all this. And that means we have to pay that someone.
I've read your contract already. And it states that your parking spaces indeed cannot be bought or sold. However, that doesn't mean that you can't ask for parking fees and management fees. This would be perfectly legal.
Oh, hey, what's that saying again? He who ties the knot can untie it too.
You don't need to worry.
I'm not worried. It's not that, you know.
Then why did you come to our firm and complain about the health supplements your father bought?
I'm sorry. We just don't want the trouble. Just forget that I mentioned it.
No. Please, just tell me what it is that you're thinking.
It's not about the money. It's my father. The truth is, he doesn't mind, and he's fine with everything. He's getting quite old, you know. I should go easy on him. Filial piety means that I follow my father's wishes, that's all. If he wants to spend money on things that don't work, I'll respect that.
I understand what you're saying. You mean that you know he's been scammed, but as long as he's fine with it, then so are you. You're okay with him getting ripped off, right?
This way.
Thank you, Mr. Luo. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Goodbye.
I knew it.
I haven't said anything.
He is a big client, and he had a point. You had better retrain your secretary. You know that I'm right.
Have you seen Dai Xi?
I haven't.
When you're done sharpening that pencil, come to my office, please.
That man is our enemy. How can you represent him?
He is Mr. Yu Duo. He is our new client.
I despise you.
When you're done, can you please return to your desk and call my assistant? Ask her why she's not here yet.
She says she's busy today.
With what?
Who knows?
Lena, I know you're mad and upset, but you know how busy I am, which means I really do not have the time to console you right now. Why don't you sharpen some more pencils over there?
Mr. Lee, what is it?
I want you to check the committee group.
I'll check it now. Was that your big idea?
They are my client. I am their legal advisor. I'm doing my job.
You were advising our committee just yesterday.
I don't have any kind of agreement with them. And I've never accepted legal fees from them. Yesterday I was there by chance and I was just helping out.
Then you turned around and stabbed us in the back.
Just calm down and think. Actually, I've still helped you. I have actually saved you from having to spend all that money on buying parking spaces.
But now they're calling it parking and management fees.
Which they can do.
Is this all about who pays you the most?
Not at all.
The committee told me they wanted to hire you. How much do you want?
Lena, you should know it's not about the money. It is conflict of interest. You should also understand that I cannot be their legal representative. Excuse me, I have to take this. Hi, Director Liao. Yes, I'm free. What can I do for you?
We should meet in person, not at either firm.
Sure, no problem. I'll see you then. Director Liao.
Please call me Jamin. Sit down. Something to drink?
Hello, what would you like?
A glass of lemon water, please.
One moment.
Taoyu is sick?
I don't know the details.
I suppose I should call you Director Luo now?
It's still an ongoing process.
一想到你呀，白天和黑夜都没留意，因为有了你，因为有了你，一切都有了意义。在疼痛的肩，也有被依靠的力气。在疲倦的心，一想到你，也就会幸福洋溢。因为有了你，一切都有了意义。在疼痛的肩，也有被依靠的力气。在疲倦的心。